What up? Me and G back at y'all with another YouTube video today. I got G over here. I don't know if y'all can see him, but we're gonna talk about my sobriety journey today, and I wanted to share this with y'all because I know somebody out there can take something from today's video, whether you're having an alcohol addiction, having problems with it, or if you're trying to get sober and you're struggling with it, or if you've been thinking about getting sober, you want to get sober, you don't know how to, you're trying to. Well, that's what today's video is gonna be about. It's about how I got sober, what I did, why I did it, why did I get sober, I plan on staying sober. Like, my whole story is basically what we'll talk about today. And I'm gonna be playing around the disc golf because I got a tournament next week in Daphne. So we're playing the course today so I can get some practice. So it's not gonna be a disc golf video if that's what you're worried about. If you want to watch disc golf, I'm gonna be playing disc golf and I'm gonna talk to y'all about my sobriety journey during my disc golf round today, but not necessarily gonna be a disc golf video. But I am. This is just giving me something to do while I talk to y'all. It's gonna be like a walk talk style video. So yeah, we're talking all things sobriety and what I did. Am I like an expert? Am I giving this advice to you, telling you what to do? No, I'm not. I'm simply telling you my story, what I did, why I did it, how I did it, and that's what this video is about. If you're having a serious alcohol problem, you probably should see an expert, a professional that's has a degree or whatever in this, have a license. That's not me. I'm just a regular dude that decided to get sober like 2.5 years ago, and it's been one of the best decisions in my life. So, I don't know if I can see Grover. He's already rolling around. I love bringing my dog out here to play with me. He loves running around. And now the camera's shaking because he's bored. Hey, dude, quit. So yeah, that's enough rambling on. We're gonna talk about it each hole. In between each hole, we're gonna talk and each hole, and I'm just gonna play around while we talk about video today. So yeah, if you've been struggling, y'all tune in. Finna get after it today. We're gonna talk about how to better your life. So let's do it. Oh, wow, terrible. Early release. But terrible. Ooh, barely got him. Take down the first hole. Alright, so we're gonna hold two now. About to throw the passion. Yeah, that's just right there. We're gonna talk about first and foremost, give you a little backstory of me and my life and just a little bit about me. Um just a little bit about, my kind of alcohol journey. Let's just say I got an early start to the game, unfortunately. And I started drinking at a young age in high school, which I know I shouldn't have been doing that, but like it's pretty common. A lot of kids do it. I'm not proud of it by no means. Got to start at a young age, but you'll see as we talk, that actually kind of helped me out a little bit because I got all my partying out early. Like in high school, partied a lot. Let's be honest, I drank a lot. Shouldn't have been doing it. I know I shouldn't have. I was underage, but we found a way. When there's a will, there's a way. You'll find some alcohol somehow. You'll get crafty, figure out ways. It wasn't that hard to get it when you're underage. It really was. I'll being honest. So yeah, I started partying, had a great time, loved it, enjoyed it. I was having a good time. Like, and that was it. By the time I got to college, I pretty much did myself in on partying. Like, I didn't care to party as much in high school. Did I still? I mean, in college, I still did for sure. Like, I still went to parties, went to the bar, still did things like that when I was in college, but not near as much. Like I didn't do it near as much, and I took my school very seriously. Like I was in the library all the time. I lived in the library in college because I knew I was paying a lot of money for college, and I wasn't gonna leave college without a degree. So I took my grades very serious. So school definitely came first in college. I graduated in 4 years. I wasn't doing no more than that. I had a lot of student loans. I wasn't gonna do no more. I wasn't paying to go party. I was paying to get my education, and that's what I did. So I took it serious. I ended up graduating magna cum laude. I think my GPA was like a 3.8, 3.9, something like that. So pretty good GPA. I'm not the smartest person ever. I just really tried. Like I tried hard. I studied hard. I took my school serious. But I didn't have a lot of time to party, to be honest. Like most people in college was going out Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Like they was doing the whole thing. Like most of the weekends I didn't even go out, and if I did, I just went out on like Saturday night or Friday night. Like I do one night, and I didn't do much compared to what most people do. So, and then once I got out of college, I didn't drink as much after college. I still drank, but not as much, not very often. I got to where my age started playing a factor. Yeah, I'm still young, but I noticed like the less I drank, the more alcohol affected. I guess because you build up an immunity to it. You don't get hungover as much. But like as I got out of college, I stopped drinking as much. I was only drinking maybe once a month or so. But when I did, I went all out. I did the whole thing, whole 9 yards. Like I didn't believe in halfway doing it. You know, go big or go home. Like I didn't drink just to drink. I drank to get drunk. If I'm being honest, like if I wasn't getting drunk, then I wouldn't drink. Like I didn't want to waste the calories on it to not get drunk. So like if I drank, that was the goal, to get drunk. That was the plan. So that being said, I woke up with a massive hangover every time, and it sucked, and I hated it, which made me drink less and less. I was maybe drinking once a month, maybe with that, and then it got less and less over time. So that's kind of like my backstory. And then let me throw this real quick, and then we'll talk for a second. Let's say all of it. This one's up on the hill up there. It's kind of far. Still past up there. Yeah, I gotta warm up some more. So I get one up there. Let's go with the heat. Oh yeah. Stop that tree. Oh yeah, that's definitely a putt. We're gonna play the first one though. We're gonna keep it real. So yeah. So I got married in 2022. I graduated in 2021. So a little over a year after I graduated college. And alcohol very quickly started to become a problem in my marriage. Because it wasn't like my wife was 100% like against drinking. Like my wife would drink too. We would drink together. But it seemed like every time we drank, it just caused problems for us. Like we would argue and fight over stupid stuff, and it would cause problems. And it wasn't like, I don't know why it did. It just did. Like it wasn't the alcohol specifically. It's just, I guess, the way it made us act, the way it made us think, things like that. So it started causing some problems. And you know, at the time, you don't really think of it that way. You don't really notice it, and I didn't. Like I didn't think alcohol really had an effect on us. Until later on, I realized it did, and that was a huge thing in our relationship. But that's not really the reason I quit drinking, but it definitely played a role in it. Lay up. There you go. I don't know if y'all can hear. There's a family over here riding some Power Wheels, which I love to see. Mom and Dad's on the bike riding around. The sons are riding their Power Wheels around. This course has like a sidewalk all the way around that you can run, walk, ride your bike on, things like that. So it's pretty nice little park. This is an old golf course. So actually, this disc golf course is like on the fairways of this old golf course. It's actually really nice. I like this course a lot. It's in Daphne, Alabama, if you're curious. It's really beginner friendly course. It's fun. It's very hilly though. Like right now I'm walking up and down hills each hole. So just know that if you come out here. Yeah, so not to give y'all too much information about my marriage, because my wife don't really like me to talk about it, but I know it's probably beneficial for some of y'all because y'all probably experienced the same things. But we were only married for like a year or less than a year really, and we were already having problems in our marriage. And you know that like that first year is supposed to be like your honeymoon phase, right? Supposed to be, living it up, doing all the cool things that you do when you get married. We was over here arguing about stupid stuff, getting fights for no reason, just dumb stuff, like something that was unnecessary. And it didn't take me long to realize that like something was off. Something was off. All right, we got a little short way down, straight downhill. You can't see the basket. Right down there, I'm gonna throw a zone. Throw a zone at it down here. But yeah, it didn't take me long to realize something was off. So my wife actually suggested that we start going back to church. So, of course, I agreed. Started going back to church. And slowly but surely, things started to change. It wasn't like overnight. Kind of started going every week, started getting into it. And it's kind of weird how things work. Like, God just has a way of changing you. Like I didn't really have a purpose. Like, I didn't want to change. Like, I did not set out to be sober. Like, I did not say, yeah, I'm going to go on a sobriety journey. Like, that was not the goal. I did not say, yeah, I'm going to quit drinking alcohol. It just kind of happened that way, and I honestly I think it's all of a side effect, not a side effect, but it's all comes from getting back in church, building a relationship with God. It all just started trying to change. Like He started changing me more for me as I went each and every week, and He changed me. That's kind of how it happened. So, building on that story, we started, relationship started getting better. We started going to church, started getting into it more, and we started praying together. That was huge. When we started praying together, that made a huge difference. We started praying every night and every morning together. Every night before we go to bed, every morning before we leave for work, we say a prayer. And we started praying over our food as well. So we started doing that, started going back into it. But we still kind of had like, one foot in the door, one foot out the door. We still kind of tinkering with the whole church thing. It kind of takes a while to transition into things. But but I felt like when we both finally got to the point where we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. Like we're gonna do this whole God thing. We're going all in. We're stepping both feet in the door. Like when we made that decision, it was like flip a switch. Like our marriage improved drastically when we did that. It's crazy. Like we just stopped arguing, stopped fighting over stupid stuff. It changed our mentality, it changed our attitude, and it got better like that. But the kicker here, we were still drinking alcohol at this point. We were still drinking. We hadn't cut it out yet. We were still doing it, once a month. Whenever we went to a special occasion, like a wedding or some kind of event, we didn't really go to the bars. Like after college, we quit partying like that. We quit going to bars. We quit doing that just because it just didn't. I don't know. We were older now. We don't do stuff like that, so we just kind of grew out of it. But we still drank for like events. Get together on Saturdays with the boys and watch football. You would drink beer. Like we still do that here and there. But we're still drinking. But our marriage improved drastically. And every now and then, when we drink, it causes issues. So more on that. Let me throw this. Spending too much time out here rambling. Oh, I took a shortcut. Oh. See, sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. I'm trying to give y'all the whole backstory so I can understand where I'm coming from and how things affected me, how it helped me, and things like that. So I guess I gave you enough information to build up to the time where it was August 5th. We were going to my cousin's wedding. This was 2023. August 5th, we went. Of course, it was a big event. They give you free alcohol at weddings. So we indulged in alcohol, or I did at least. My wife, I don't think she drank this night, but I did. I got really drunk because that's the goal, especially when it's free. When it's free, you got to take advantage of it, right? That junk's expensive. So got wasted. And this night, we didn't have any problems. Like we didn't fight, we didn't argue. It was a good night. We had a good time. We enjoyed it. Absolutely nothing bad went wrong. But when I woke up in the morning, I felt terrible. So bad. It was one of the worst hangovers I'd ever had. I felt terrible. Vomiting the next day, super bad headache. It was horrible. So yeah, I woke up this next day and I felt terrible. I had a massive hangover. And I told myself, I was like, you know what? I don't like feeling like this. So I'm just gonna quit drinking for a while, just a little bit, just to kind of let my body recover. So I don't feel like this, because like I don't want to be hungover again. I hate it. I felt terrible, and this has happened several times before. Like I said, I didn't drink very often, so when I did drink, it gave me a massive hangover because my body wasn't used to it. So I got a massive hangover, and I was like, man, screw this. Like I'm taking a break. Like I didn't set no time limit, nothing like that. I just said I'm gonna take a break because I don't want to feel like this again. I don't want to be hungover. It had nothing to do with alcohol being a problem. It had nothing to do with my marriage or anything like that. It had nothing to do with me wanting to improve. I was just like, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to be hungover. And that's literally me not wanting to be hungover is what led me to being sober. If I'm being honest, I was like, screw this. Like, I don't want to feel like this. I felt terrible. And then as I got older, like my hangover got longer. Used to when you're young, you have a hangover, like you'd have a headache in the morning, you pop some ibuprofen, you'd be good by 12 o'clock. No, this hangover lasted all day, even into the next day. Like it took me 2 days to recover. Like I was like, screw that. I'm not doing that. So that's what I did. I said, I'm gonna take a break. And little did I know, that break turned into about 2.5 years now. It's been almost 1,000 days, which is crazy to think. So August 5th, 2022 was the last time I drank a sip of alcohol. And today is February 21st of 2026. So August of this year will be 3 years. So I guess I'm not quite half. No, I'm right at like 2.5 years. And I had no plan of being sober. Like I really did. Like that was not my goal. it just kind of happened that way, and now I don't plan on changing it. Like, I'm not gonna say never. Like, I probably will drink alcohol again at some point in my life. Um, but as of right now, like, I have no plan to drink alcohol. Like, it's not because I'm anti-alcohol. I'm not, and I'm not against alcohol. If you drink alcohol, that's cool as long as you do it responsibly. As long as it's not a problem for you, it's not a problem in your marriage. It's not a problem for your kids. Like, as long as it's not a problem, I don't care. From a health standpoint, it's poison. You're putting poison into your body, literally. It's a drug. Alcohol is a drug. I don't care what you say. It's bad for you physically, like for your health. It's also bad for you mentally. So, yes, do I think it's bad for you? Yes. Am I against it? No, because I know it's a social thing. Like, I know it's alcohol is very social. You do it in social settings. It's good for, like, I don't know, building friendships, things like that. I get it. I'm not totally against it. Like, if you drink alcohol, I'm not gonna think of you differently. I'm really not. I really don't care if you drink alcohol. You drinking alcohol does not affect me. Now, if it does affect me, then I do care. Like, I have a problem. Like, if it's affecting me, I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not gonna surround myself with you. I'm probably gonna find myself in a different area. Like, if I know you're drunk or something, I'm gonna find my way, somewhere else. I'm not gonna like, if it's affecting me, I'm gonna separate myself somehow. And that's nothing against you. I just don't want to be around it because, if you ever been to a party sober, you get what I'm saying. It's not fun. So, uh, yeah, it's not a problem. Like, I'm not gonna look at you different if you drink. That's okay, as long as you do it responsibly. You're taking care of yourself. Now, if it's a problem, like if you're an addict, if you have a drinking problem, then yes, it's a problem. You need to fix it. Like, you need to. Like, you're not going anywhere in life if you an alcoholic. Like, you're not doing that with your life. Period. Like, you got to get your life right. You need to get your life on track. Go back to church, get some help. Reach out to a professional. Reach out to a friend, your spouse, somebody. Get some help. So, but I'm not like trying to bash you. I'm not trying to put you down because I was in the same place. We all kind of come from somewhere. Alcohol was a problem in my life as well too. I get it, totally understand. But that's why I'm doing this video to try to help y'all out today, because I want y'all to be able to learn, from my story, what I went through, try to help you in your life. I'm not perfect. I'm not, the answer to everything, but I do think what happened to me, how I did it, why I did it, could help somebody else. So that's why I'm sharing with y'all today. And I do think you need to get help if alcohol is a problem in your life. It's affecting your marriage, your relationships, your friendships, your family, whatever. You need to fix it. And a lot of times, people don't realize that alcohol is a problem. But when you do realize that, it makes it so much better because then you can fix it. You know what the problem is, you can fix it. So really think deep down. Like, if you're having problems with relationships, you're having problems with friendships, I don't know, if you've lost some friendships, lost some relationships, whatever, think about it. Like, why? Why did you lose that? What's the root cause? Why? And a lot of times, if alcohol is involved, it's probably the reason, for being honest. Like, it is. And it's not for everybody, but I don't know. Just do a deep dive on what's changed, why it's changed, who you're hanging around with, things like that, and you may realize that alcohol may be the problem. It may be. A lot of times it goes unnoticed because alcohol is so normal now, especially in our culture today. Like, alcohol is so normal. Everybody drinks alcohol, super normal. It's actually like encouraged in a lot of places. It's encouraged, especially in social settings. It's encouraged. So uh, it makes it normal, and people don't think it's a problem because it's legal, it's encouraged, things like that, and everybody does it, so it looks normal. But it can be a problem for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people has problems with it, and they just don't realize it because it's normal. They think drugs are a bad problem, but alcohol is not because it's legal. But no, alcohol is just as bad of a drug, and it's just as bad has just as many problems as illegal drugs do as well. Like, it can tear apart your relationship, family, all that kind of stuff. It can affect you at work. You can lose your job because of alcohol. I know it can have life changing things. So yeah, it can be a problem just like any other drug can. So try to open your eyes up a little bit and think about it really. And maybe you may figure out, hey, maybe alcohol is a problem for me. Maybe you want to start, reducing your alcohol intake and things like that. So yeah, let's start this whole thing. I'm rambling again. So let's start this whole thing. I got somebody coming up behind me now. I was like, I hurry up. And I threw it right into the tree. That's terrible. So yeah, I want you to do that. Do a self evaluation and try to figure out if alcohol may or may not be the problem for you. It may be. But I will tell you this: if you do drink alcohol and you do reduce your intake, I do think it will have positive benefits on you. And it's not going to be a change overnight. It's going to take time, but it could have, a positive effect on you. Oh, sit down. No, it's way too long. That's a foot. That'll work. Yeah, figuring out what the problem is kind of like your first. Um, First step you need to do. Although it didn't work that way for me. Like I kind of just started changing my life, and then I realized after that alcohol was the problem. And it may work that way for you too. You may start working on a big goal, big dreams you have, and realize that cutting out alcohol helped you really focus more on that goal, or helped you reach that goal or whatever. I know it sounds like I'm just bashing alcohol, and I really don't want it to come off that way. But for being honest, like it's really not good for you in any way. So think about this, like right now, what good does alcohol bring to your life? Like what good does it do for you? Really, like think about it. Think hard, because like if you think about it, there's really not much that it does for you, if anything. And that was one reason that once I like stopped drinking, that was the one thing. Asking myself that question was the one thing that made me really like say, yeah, I'm not gonna drink anymore. Like I'm just gonna cut it out altogether. At first I cut it out because I didn't want to be hungover no more. Like I didn't want to feel that way anymore, and I hated it. Um, but yeah, if there's no positive ROI on anything in my life, then I'm not gonna do it. I'll cut it out. Period. I don't care what it is. Um, if there's no benefit from it, no reward from it, there's no point doing it. I'll cut it out because it's not doing you any good, especially if it's hurting you, or bringing you like it's not helping you get to that goal or get to that whatever dream you have. If it's not helping you, cut it out. Period. No matter what it is. It could be anything. It could be playing video games. It could be eating potato chips. I don't know. Watching TV at night. It could be anything. Cut it out. If it's not serving you. If it's not doing anything positive for you. Cut it out. Is that right, G? Tell them cut it out. They don't need it. It's like you don't need all them snacks. You don't need all them treats. Yeah, let's throw this hole real quick. Oh, get up there. Oh, it's mega short. Mega short. Throw a putter. The wind's blowing a little bit, so I'm scared to throw a putter. Scared to be destroy it. We'll throw it away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was actually really good. Should threw that on first. Wish I had a wider ankle on this ankle. Just get more in here. But then I'm going straight uphill. It's going scared that it goes up and down the hill. Like you throw one up the hill, one down, and one up, one down. But yeah, so if something's not serving you in life, no matter if it's alcohol or anything else, cut it out. It's not doing anything positive. That could be a friendship. Friendship that's not serving you. It could be a job that's not serving you. It could be your sweet tooth. Maybe it's a certain food that you like that's not good for you. Maybe anything like that. It's not doing something positive for you. If you don't have a positive ROI for you, cut it out. Period. No matter what it is, cut it out. And that'll help you so much in life. If it's not serving you, if it's wasting your time, whatever, cut it out. You pull that cart. Oh yes. Grover's like, what the heck? Why you got me out here in the middle of the heat, in the middle of the day, in this heat? Is this hot? It is. It's February 21st, and it's like 80 something degrees out here. It's ridiculous. That's living in South Alabama for you. All right, now we gotta go back downhill again. Next hole. I think we're sitting par right now. Yeah, I have one birdie, one bogey, so we're sitting in par. So what I was saying, if it's not serving you, cut it out. And if you think it may not be serving you, just experiment a little bit. Cut it out, see if it changes. If anything changes, if it don't, add it back in. But so that brings us to the answer to the question, why cut out alcohol? First was I didn't want to be hungover. Second, I realized that it wasn't serving me at all. It had no purpose in my life. It wasn't doing anything good for me in my life. Third, it immediately fixed problems, stupid stuff in my marriage, like arguing over stupid stuff. Honestly, we hadn't argued. Me and my wife haven't had a serious argument in like years at this point. Literally, probably since I cut out alcohol. We may have had one, maybe two, if that. And that's not a lot. Like we don't really argue no more. We just and and honestly, I don't give the argument thing. I don't give that to alcohol. I give the non-argument to God. Like the reason we don't argue is because we've both built a relationship with God, and we've built our marriage around God. We kept Him in the center of it, and I think that is more the reason why we don't argue, because we get along better. Like, we're on the same wavelength. We have, the same goals. Like right now, like, building our relationship with God, things like that. So I think that's what really helped our marriage. Not necessarily the alcohol, but the alcohol definitely had an effect. Definitely played into it. So cutting that out helped a lot. It didn't give us, another reason to argue, because that was just another thing on top of everything else you deal with in marriage. Real life, paying bills, things like that. Uh, so yeah, it just took one obstacle out of our way. It's no longer in our way anymore, so it don't affect us anymore. So it did play a little bit of a role, but I wouldn't give that, like, that's not the reason why. The reason is because we centered our relationship on Jesus, kept Him in the center. And I encourage you to do that too. Like, your relationship is not between you two. It's not between you and your wife. It's between you, your wife, and God, and Jesus. So remember that. You put Jesus in the center of your relationship, everything will get better. Try it out. Don't believe me? Try it out for yourself. All right, the basket's up there at the top of the hill. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I cut out alcohol, and everything since then has gotten better. Like, those are just three quick answers, but honestly, there's so many more. Like, I don't, there's so many other things. Like, I save a lot of money. That's another hack. Alcohol is kind of expensive, and you spend money while you do it. Especially if you're drinking out at a restaurant, at a bar, it's stupid expensive. Like, you may buy, say a beer is like $2 at the gas station. You go to the bar, that beer is now $6. If you buy a mixed drink, $14 for a tiny bit of alcohol. What kind of sense does that make? That's ridiculous. So that's another benefit. There's a bunch of benefits that happen when you cut out alcohol. I don't wake up hungover. I don't stay out late at night. Like, I'm an old person. I'm in the bed by 7, 8 o'clock every day. I'm not putting myself in situations where, you know, you may be around the wrong people and may get in trouble. Like, I'm not going to the bar drinking and then driving home. Like, that's a terrible idea. I know people do it all the time, and it works out for most people. But what happens when you get in a wreck? What happens when you hit somebody, you fall asleep at the wheel, you hit somebody and you kill them? Boom. Your life's changed forever just because you decided to go to the bar and have a few drinks and then drive home. Like, honestly, going to the bar, having a few drinks and going home, not harmful, not hurting anybody until it does, until you get in a wreck, or like, yeah, you can hurt yourself, you can hurt somebody else, and that's horrible. Like, I don't want that to happen to anyone, so don't do it. So I find myself not putting myself in those scenarios, find myself not hanging out with those kind of people that may would do something like that. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, you're just not gonna find me at the bar anymore. It's just not something I do, because I want to wake up work early so I can get after my goals the next day. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day so I can go work out or I can go run. Like, I'd rather do that than stay out late and have a good time at night. That's just me. That's just what I prefer. Not everybody's gonna be that way. I know a lot of people like to go to the bar. They like to hang out. Like, they like to do stuff like that. And I get that, because I used to do that. I used to love doing that too. But it just don't fit me anymore. I kind of changed. So, like, that's just not my cup of tea. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. It's just not me. That's not what I do. And you'll realize that once you, like, start building a relationship with God. Once you start cutting alcohol out, it'll do the same to you. Like, you'll start to change too. You'll start to shift your, the things you like to do, your hobbies. Like, I like to play disc golf. Like, I'm out here on a Saturday by myself playing disc golf. I like to do this, but there's probably a lot of people, you know, drinking somewhere, out on the boat, doing whatever. If that's what they like to do, that's cool. But this is what I like to do. So I just kind of change, and you'll find yourself doing the same. You'll start to change too. Your the people you start hanging out with, circle you hang out with, will start to change. Will start to shift. You start to surround yourself with people that's on the same goal as you. That have the same goals as you. They're on the same path. Like, if we're not working out, playing disc golf, going to church, then, like, we're probably not hanging out, because I don't really do much anything else, Or if you like to make content or something, like, I'd love to partner up with some people who make content. So if you want to make some videos, let me know. We'll do anything. Like, I'm down. Like, we'll work out together. We'll get around the disc golf in. We'll do Bible study together. We'll pray together. Whatever. Like, if y'all want to do it, let me know. We'll make some videos. 100% down. I love to collaborate with you. So yeah, y'all let me know. But I'm not. If you ask me to go to the bar, like, I'm not going. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going. And it's not anything against you or the bar. I just don't want to go. That's not something I enjoy doing. So I'm not gonna go. There's nothing wrong with that. Got a birdie? I gotta get my man G some water over here. He's dying of thirst. Come here, bud. It's hot out here. Put water in the disc and you like to drink. Here, bud. Do some water. There you go. All right. We got a bomber hole right here. Oh yeah. Some other benefits of not drinking alcohol anymore was, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely lost some relationships. So I would say that's negative. But it's not like I'm not like friends with those people. I just don't really find myself hanging out with them no more because we don't like doing the same things anymore. You know what I'm saying? I used to hang out with a lot of people because we like to like we like to drink, we like to do things like that. Well, that's what we did together when we hung out. But now that I don't do that, I don't find myself hanging out with them. And that's nothing against them. Like I still love them. Like I'm still friends with them. I'll still talk to them. But I'm probably just not gonna hang. I'm not gonna hang out and go to the bar with them no more. That's just, and that's an unfortunate downside of it. Is that that's the only negative? Is like probably gonna lose some friends, but that's okay. Cause like if you really want to stop and grow and get better, then that's cool. Like you're gonna have to let some people go. You're gonna have to grow out of some relationships. That's cool. It is what it is. That's just how life works. But at the same time, when you lose some of those relationships, you're gonna build some more. You're gonna build some more relationships. You're gonna find people that's on the same track as you, that's doing the same goals as you, that's working each and every day, making content like I'm doing. I'm trying to find other content creators I can hang out with so we can push each other, hold each other accountable, things like that. So you will build new relationships, things like that. That's a negative and a positive in one. I'm trying to think of other maybe negative or positive. Oh, threw it two nose up. That's a terrible shot that you don't want to do. Let's throw this one. We'll try to get a nose down. Oh yeah, that was really good actually. Yeah, I can't think of any other positives at the moment, but I'm definitely there is other ones that you don't realize. My workouts are better because I'm not hungover. I can actually go to the gym the next day, because if I was hungover, let's be honest, I wasn't working out, wasn't running, because you just felt like crap. So definitely not doing that. So it helps with that. Helps my training. Like if you follow my journey at all, you know that I do some pretty big events every year. I do some kind of at least one big challenge every year, and quitting has definitely helped me with my training for those goals. Like I did Ironman, I did a bodybuilding show, I did a 100-mile ultra marathon. I'm trying to do a high rocks this year. That's my goal, but it's kind of hard to get tickets for them. So not having alcohol in my training has definitely helped me train and hit those goals. So it's definitely another positive. If you have goals you're trying to hit, cutting it out will definitely help you because you're not going to be groggy. You're not going to have brain fog. You're going to sleep good. You're not going to be hungover, things like that. So it plays a role, like secondhand plays a role in it. And yeah, there's many more positive benefits from it. Maybe I'll think of some throughout the rest of this video. But we're gonna move on to the how I quit after I tap out in this hole right here, or not tap out. I gotta play the rest of the hole because my first shot was terrible. My second shot is really good. It's actually right here. I can still get a par though. We'll see. Oh, that dude's walking his dog. I think he's got a pit bull too. If y'all are wondering, Grover's a pit bull mixed with a lab. And he's his best little thing ever. We adopted him from the shelter, and he's a completely different dog now than he used to be. He was I think he was like a bait dog, so he was real skittish when we first got him. But now he's like super playable, fun. He's changed a lot. So, dang, that dog is fat. I don't know where my disc went. I'm way down here. That was a terrible throw. I'm about 150 feet away. I'm just gonna throw my zone little forehand up there. I'm gonna hold the camera while I do it. So let's see how this goes. Oh, look at Grover. He's coming. He's coming. Where you going, dude? All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Try to get up. It's kind of uphill, so I'm gonna throw a little harder than normal. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a little short, but that's gonna be good. Oh yeah, that's park. Oh, sit down, don't roll. Yep, that's good. Ah, here we go. I'm gonna tap out. Super close to the basket. Let's see. You gotta be kidding me. That's the story of my life. I just missed a 10-foot putt because I was trying to freaking film. But I ain't no cheater. I'm giving myself a bogey on that hole. even though I missed a 10-foot putt with the camera in my hand. I like to keep it real. I don't like to cheat myself. So taking a bogey on that hole, unfortunately. I keep saying I'm updating my score, and I haven't updated it yet. It's a problem with filming this video. All right, so Bobby walks to the next hole. That was hole 7. So we got 8 and 9 on the front, and then we go across the street, finish the back. But now we're gonna talk about how. How did I quit alcohol? Well, it's not easy, and it takes a little bit of effort, but it's really not that hard as long as you are not proficient. What's the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? As long as you're not proactive, it's like proactive, but as long as you're what's the word? You have to try. You have to try. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but you have to try. Like, you have to put forth effort, and you're gonna have to change up some things, change your rhythm, your routines, things like that. So you have to really try, and you can do it. I promise. If I can do it, if other people that's quit can do it, you can You can do it too. But it's not gonna be easy. It's just like fitness. Fitness is very, very simple. It really is. It's very simple. Eat less calories than you burn in a day. Period. That's how you lose weight. Very simple. But it's very hard. That's the difference. It's very simple, but very hard at the same time. So yeah, drinking alcohol is the same thing. It's very simple to quit. It's very simple to quit. All you gotta do, not drink. It's pretty simple, right? But it's a lot easier said than done. And I don't mean it's easy just because it's simple. There's a difference. It's like losing weight. It's like gaining muscle. It's simple, but it's hard. It's not easy. So that being said, you have to be proactive. You have to really try to put effort to it. You're not just gonna accidentally get sober. You're not gonna accidentally stop drinking. Like, it's not gonna happen. You have to make it a choice. You have to make a choice. But yeah, like I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. It's gonna be hard. So remember that. You gotta actually put forth the effort. It's not just gonna fall in your lap. It's not just gonna happen by chance. You have to try. But what did I do? Honestly, I didn't do much. I just made a decision that I was gonna quit because I didn't want to feel bad. Like, I didn't want to be hungover anymore. And then once I stopped, I started seeing how things were changing, and they were changing for the better. They made me a better person, made me have a better attitude, they made me feel better, made me save money, made my relationships better. It just had all these positives and not any negatives of quitting. So that just made me want to do it even more. So that's kind of how I did it. Like, I started with a simple goal, and that was to quit for a short period of time to make me feel better so I didn't be so hungover. And then it just turned into a trickle effect. Just got better and better and better over time. And that's what happened. That's how. Where the heck did Grover go? There he is. And I know what y'all are thinking. You're like, that's not an answer. But that's kind of how it works. The answer for me is I stopped putting myself in situations where I wanted to drink. Like, I stopped hanging around people that were drinking, stopped going to bars where there's drinking, stopped going to parties where there's drinking. Because if you put yourself in those situations, if you surround yourself with it, after a while, you're gonna end up doing it. You can only you can only say no so often. If you keep putting yourself in those situations, eventually you're gonna give in. Eventually you're gonna do it. So just don't do that. Like, stop going to the bar, stop going to parties, stop going to Saturdays with the boys, football. Like, stop doing that. That's an easy way to cut it out. You gotta take the temptation out. Take all the temptation out, and you're less likely to do it that way. So you're gonna have to do that. Of course, I know you want to hang out with boys. I know you want to go to the bar and watch the game, like whatever. Well, you're gonna have to take it out. You're gonna say no. You have to quit, and that's what's gonna suck. It's gonna come with a change. Like, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So if you want to quit drinking, you're gonna have to make some changes. Period. And that's the part that's not necessarily fun. Gonna lay it. I'm glad I got here when I did, because there's a group of guys on hole 1. There's a whole bunch of them to play with each other. So when I'm filming, I play kind of slow because I'm trying to film and set the camera up and stuff. So I'm glad I got here way before then, because I don't want to get stuck behind them because they take forever. But I don't want to be in their way trying to film. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's definitely going to come some changes that you're going to have to change. And that's the negative part. But it's for the better. It's it's going to turn out being better in the end. Or at least I believe it will. All right, Grover is absolutely pooped. He's give out over there. panting, sitting down. I'm gonna give him a break before we start the next hole. This is hole 9, right down here. Bomb is pretty short, but yeah, short little forehand. I'm trying to think of how. Yeah, so I just stopped putting myself in places to where I'd be tempted to drink. That's really the only thing I did. Started going to church, started thinking the way I change. Started changing the way I think. So I didn't really want to drink no more necessarily. So yeah, there's not really much I did for how. I just stopped putting myself in situations where I'd be tempted to drink. That's pretty much what I did. And I made a decision that I wasn't going to do it anymore. So that's that. The sun out here is super bright. So this footage is probably terrible. Like a shadow right now. Hopefully it looks better on the screen. But yeah, it's super bright out here. I really need a ND filter, but I don't have one. So we're just rocking with it. All right. We're at the tee of hole 10 right now. We're letting Grover take a little break, got him some water. And there's also a couple with their 2 dogs literally right smack in the middle of this fairway. Just hanging out, not moving, not walking, just chilling. And that's part of park disc golf. That's what you get when you play in a park. It is what it is. Like, I'm not mad at them. They're just here enjoying the park. That's totally okay. I get it. So I'll wait. I'm not hating on them. The dog's playing with a stick, running around. They're having a good time. But yeah, I was trying to think of some other ways of how I quit. Yeah, there's not much to it. I made the decision I was gonna stop. Quit hanging around places that tempted me to do it, and I learned to say no. Like, just because you stop doing it, you're still gonna be in places where you're gonna be around it. There's been lots of times where I've been around it. Lots of times where I've been tempted. There was one time in particular I had a beer in my hand and I almost drank it, but something told me not to drink it. So yeah, I just have to learn how to say no. Like, I've been offered beers several times, and I just had to say no. Like, and it's hard at first, and you definitely get tempted and you want to, but honestly, people respect it. Like, if you tell somebody no, like, I don't want one, like, most of the time they're not gonna sit there and egg it on. Like, most of the time they respect it. Like, okay, you don't want a beer, fine. Like, more for me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people respect it. If they don't, then maybe that's somebody you shouldn't necessarily be around or be friends with if they're not going to respect your decision to say no, to not drink. So think about that if somebody's trying to encourage you to do it after you've already said no. All right, gotta go way down here. It's funny when there's other dogs around because Grover's like, Grover, come on. Grover does not want to go this way. He wants to go back to the truck so bad. Come on, Grover. He's done. I don't know how he's gonna make it through 9 more holes. Hopefully there's some shade on this side. There's some woods over here, so should be more in the shade. Come on, Grover. Hey. He's done though. He's ready to go home. Grover. There's some other dogs over there, so I'm worried he's gonna go over there. But it's funny, like, Grover is the most nonchalant dog, and he does not care about anybody else. So like, anytime we pass dogs, he just don't pay them any attention. But yet they try to get him, like, not get him, but like they try to like bark at him or come at him. You know how dogs do when they see other dogs. They start, trying to play with each other or come at each other or bark or whatever. Not necessarily a bad thing. Like, a lot of times they just want to play, but like Grover just don't pay him any attention. Like, that dog walked by, he was on a leash, but like he like started huffing at him. You know how they do when they see other dogs. And Grover just don't pay him any attention. He just doing his own little thing. He could care less. We walk him in the neighborhood a lot. There's always other dogs walking in the neighborhood, and he don't give them any attention. I don't know why. Like, he's weird. It takes him a while to warm up to other dogs. Like, he loves my in-laws' dogs. He loves them. He plays with them all the time. They're like best friends. But yeah, if it's like a stranger's dog, he could care less. He don't pay him any attention. And I guess he's just like his dad. He's very introverted. He's not very extroverted. He don't he's not very outgoing. I guess he just likes to keep to himself like I do. Like uh like most people think because I make content that I am outgoing, but I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm very introverted, and I don't like, if you see me in public, I'm probably not going to talk to you, and that's not because I don't like you or whatever. It's just because I'm very introverted, and I don't like talking to strangers. It's not because I don't want to. It's just because I'm not good at it. Like, I'm not. Bro, there is a dead something in that. I don't know what that is. That's gross. But yeah, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just I'm not very outgoing. I don't really know what to say to you, especially if you're a stranger. So it's just don't think I'm mad at you or I don't like you. If I don't say nothing, I'm not very outgoing. It's not just you. I'm not talking to anybody there. So zone. I'm telling you, if you play disc golf, if you, if you do, or if you're gonna start, get you a zone. It's the best disc on the market. I literally throw it almost on every hole. All my up shots, I'm throwing a zone. Period. It's so easy to control. It is overstable, but you got to know that. Just throw it out to the side. They put a lot of signs out here since the last time I played. Like there's a bunch of signs. I don't know if you see that. They put so all these trees are new, and they put a sign by each tree. There's even signs on that side and on that side. They put a sign everywhere up here for every tree, for everything. That's weird. But I wasn't here the last time I played. It's been a while since I played here. Probably since last I played in this tournament last year. Probably the last time I played here. Maybe no, I played here since then. At least one other time, one or two other times. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. I just throw it out to the left. Let it work its way. Oh yeah. I like this park though. It's an old golf course. It's like two fairways from an old golf course, and they put this is like the old cart path that goes around it, and they put a disc golf course down it. So it's pretty nice, and all the way around the outside's like a cart path. So people walk around it, they run around it, they bring their dogs and walk their dogs out here. So it's a very nice park. If you hadn't ever been out here and you're in the Baldwin County area, it's in Daphne. It's super nice. I wish this was closer to my house. I would come out here all the time, but it's pretty far from my house, so I don't come out here very often. But I wish I had something like this in my city to bring the dog out to play around. You bring your kids out here and play around. It's just a nice like family environment, and they just so happen to have a disc golf course, which is what I love. So I come out here too. It's pretty nice, and the city actually upkeeps it. Like the city owns it, I guess, so they actually maintain it. That's the problem with a lot of disc golf courses is the city will put the course in, but then they don't maintain it. Like they don't cut the grass, they don't cut the limbs down. But this one's very well taken care of. So that's a good. So shout out to Daphne. I think it's the city who owns this. I may be wrong, but I'm almost positive it's the city. So easy par on that hole. So shout out to them for keeping up with their parks. That's the one thing about Baldwin County. Pretty much all the parks in Baldwin County are well taken care of for the most part. That's something Mobile could do better. Just take care of their parks better. Some of them in Mobile are kind of trash, for being honest. Some of them are nice. I agree. Some of them are nice, but I know it's expensive to keep a park up and stuff. But it's good for your community. It's good for citizens of your city and things like that. So shout out to public works people that keep up with things like this. It does not go unnoticed. All right, so let's get on to the next topic of sobriety. And I want to talk about what sobriety has done for me in my life. We're gonna throw a buzz. But you realize I have so many discs in my cart, and I only throw like a few of them because I know these discs so much better. I know how they throw, so it's like, why even carry all these? But that's why I got the smaller cart. I didn't get the big one. I got the smaller one because I don't need all this. It's nice to have more when you need them, but most of the time I throw the same disc: Buzz, Zone, Heat, Passion, Zone that says Surge. Pretty much all I throw. You know, what you do is get a disc that you really like, and they get multiples of those discs, so they're all slightly different. We're gonna talk about what did I just say? What I get from how my life has been changed since I gave up alcohol. Like what's happened, what's been positive. That's what we're gonna talk about. Now early, coming to the left. I'm really not getting a good practice right now because I'm trying to talk to the camera. That's the one thing I hate about filming, and this happens a lot when I'm doing my workouts. So I'll film a lot of my workouts, and I've noticed when I film them, I get a terrible workout in because I'm focused on the video and I'm focused on setting the camera up, getting the right shots, the right frames, all that. Focus on that. And I'm not necessarily focused on my workout, so I get a terrible workout in. That's why I don't do it as often because it's not good for me. It sucks. Same thing with this round. Like I'm not getting a good round in because I'm not focused on me practicing and the lines I gotta hit and the shot. Because I'm focused on this camera, talking to y'all, and I know I did this on purpose, so it's okay. But just know that if you're gonna try to film a video, it's gonna distract you. So maybe do it when you're not trying to get a workout in or not trying to practice something else. Just a word of advice there. Yeah. It was short left to eat. It's terrible. That's not good. Oh well, I'm not throwing it up. I gotta speed this up because I got to go. Or I don't gotta go, but I don't want this video. This video is gonna be over an hour long. That's a nice house. It looks new. I think that is new. Super nice. Or they painted it or something. So how my life has changed since I gave up alcohol. Um, it just looks different. Like nothing drastic has changed. It just looks different. The people I hang out with look different. The places I hang out look different. The goals I have look different. The things I'm doing on a day-to-day basis look different. My weekends definitely look different. Because weekends is when you normally, when you go party, drink, have fun, things like that. Weekends definitely look different because I'm not in those areas. I think I'm a better person from it. What do I mean by that? Like my attitude is different. I'm not cranky. I'm pretty chill for the most part, which I would say I was pretty chill before. Like I'm not a very I don't know what to say. Not a very I don't know, vocal person. Like, I don't voice my opinions too much to people in public. I guess what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm not say that, but I'm not very out there. If that makes sense. I'm pretty self-contained. I keep to myself a lot. So that really hasn't changed. Like, yeah. Should be an easy part. Tap in part. I gotta find my other disc. That's the problem with throwing two discs. You never know where the other one goes. All right, hole 12 here. Up to the right. Pretty far. There's a guy sitting over here on the bench over here, so I gotta make sure I turn this disc over so it goes right, so I don't leave. But one thing that has changed, I think it's kind of funny, is when people like ask if I drink and I say no, they're always very surprised. Like it's very weird to people to not drink alcohol. Like, and that just shows how normal and how common alcohol is. Is that people like they always ask me, they're like, "Do you drink or you don't?" Well, let's say like you don't drink, and I'll say no, and they're always like, "This." They always say this like at all, like you don't drink at all. That's what they always say. It's funny because they don't believe it. They think because it's so normal. They're like don't drink at all, and they're like, oh. And they don't really ask you why. Like they never like like why don't you drink? They just like I said, they were most people respect it. They just don't drink. Say no. Like the people aren't gonna like judge you, look at you different because you don't drink. Uh, it just says something about your character. About you say no, you stand to it. Like they offer you something and you say no, like that looks good on you. You know, you're trusting your instincts. You're doing what you believe in. So that's cool. But I just think it's funny. If you're like, you don't drink. Like they always say, you don't drink. I'm like, no. They're like at all. Like, you don't drink at all. So I don't know. I just think that's funny. Like most people, it's funny how like most people have no clue what disc golf is. Like most people have like they see the baskets and they have no clue what they are, and they'll see people in here playing and they still have no clue what's going on, and they'll just walk right across the fairway all the time. It happens, especially like in a public park. Unfortunately, they put disc golf courses in public parks most of the time, so that happens a lot, and it's okay. You just gotta wait on it. Most people they don't understand or they don't realize what they're doing. So I don't get mad at people because they don't really know what's going on. I have, and then this lady's walking. So I have had people like having a picnic right in the middle of the fairway before. So if that ever happens, you just gotta skip the hole. You just gotta just eat that one that day. You're not gonna be able to play because they're not gonna move. I mean, I don't even ask them to move. Like I'll just go to the next one.
Tree fell down with the car and that's float me climbing and she was dead.
That was a very interesting interaction there. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought she was fitting to say something about me having my dog off. Thought she was fitting to say something about me having my dog off the leash over here. But she didn't. She brought her dog over there just so her dog can meet my dog. Can meet Rover. That was literally, she walked straight to me. I didn't know what she was about to say. She was very nice. She said, we just walked over here to see or to meet you or something like that. Yeah, she literally just brought her dog. They kind of greeted each other, sniffed each other, you know how dogs do. And then she just sat down on the bench, like right next to the tee box. She just sat down. So I just threw and we're playing through the hole. That was very interesting. Oh, look. I think she's laying down on the bench. Like she just completely laid out and the dog's laying on the bench with her. That's pretty funny. She's out here just vibing in the park by herself. That lady's probably like 70 something years old out here walking the dog around. She was very nice, very sweet lady. I didn't know what she was finna say to me, but like I said, she was on with it. Oh, bad. Old lady is just chilling on the bench over there with her dog. They are having the best time in the park. I like that. I like seeing people get outside, get sunshine, being active, taking their dog out there, have a good time. Especially as you get older. If you get older and you stop moving, your body will deteriorate really quick. So it's very, very important that you keep moving throughout your whole life so that you don't get old and stiff and can't move no more. I always say if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And that's a fact, especially when it comes to movement. You should be getting some kind of movement in your day every single day. Even if it's as simple as going for a walk, you should be doing it because it helps in the long run. Watch. You notice, like, if you have grandparents or something that their health is kind of deteriorated, you've probably noticed, like, they quit doing something that they used to do that kept them young, and then they quit. They quit doing something they used to do, and now their health has declined. It's probably because they're not being active. Like, they have trouble walking. Probably don't walk very often anymore. And it's all because they didn't stay active. So get active now. Stay active your whole life. It'll help you out a lot as you age. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wow. All right. So now let's move on to why you should quit drinking alcohol or get sober or take a break. Quit forever. Maybe you could take a break. Why you should. And there's lots of reasons why, but and kind of all of them are reasons that we've already talked about. Like if you're struggling trying to achieve a goal that you've been trying to achieve, maybe that's losing weight, maybe that's getting a promotion at work, whatever. If you have a goal that you really want to dial in on and really work towards, cutting down alcohol could help that. Because when you're drinking alcohol, you're kind of just wasting time if you really think about it. Like all that time you're drinking, you're just wasting that, really. So if you cut it out, you got more time to work towards your goal. You also are not getting, hungover. You're not feeling bad, and you have all that. You have better energy. You have better focus to work on those goals. And if your goal is weight loss or any kind of fitness goal, alcohol is like destroying your results, destroying it because alcohol is terrible for your sleep. It's destroying your sleep, so you're not recovering. You're not performing like you should. So if your goal is fitness related or endurance related, alcohol is definitely hurting you when it comes to that goal. It's also hurting you in other goals too, like trying to get promotion at work or trying to build your relationships, hurting those as well. So those are reasons why you should stop. Like pretty much not every area, but almost all areas of your life will improve when you cut it out. So in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's directly related or indirectly related, it will improve somehow. So what? Yeah, you'll just have more time to do other things. You're not drinking. You're not drunk. You're not. Your mind's not impaired. So you have clear focus. So that's one good reason. Another reason is if you're trying to repair a relationship, alcohol is not really helping that in any way. It's just hurting it. So you might as well cut it out. That goes back to the ROI thing. Like if alcohol is not serving you in any way, it's not providing a positive ROI, then why do it? You might as well cut it out. So that's another thing. Watch out. Watch out, boy. Turn. Yeah, it could just be a hindrance. Like it could be holding you back from achieving things you want to achieve. It could be, you know, another one, a big one that people don't realize is alcohol is a depressant. It literally makes you depressed. And I know a lot of people lean on alcohol when they are depressed. It's like when people are depressed, they drink alcohol to help them to help them with that depression, because it changes their state of mind. It alters their mind, so they don't think about it as much. But they don't realize you're drinking a depressant, so you're making it worse. Like, you really are. You don't realize it in the time, because at the time, you're drunk. You're not really thinking about it. You're probably having a good time, hanging out with friends, whatever. So it feels better in the moment. But after the moment, like, you just made it worse and you didn't realize it. Like, your alcohol is a known proven depressant. And if you're depressed, drinking a depressant, you're just adding fuel to the fire is what you're doing. And people don't realize this, because when they drink alcohol, it makes them feel better temporarily while they're drunk until the next morning when they're hungover. Like, yeah, you're just adding fuel to the fire. Like, you're making your depression worse. So if you have depression, or if you're having any kind of mental health struggles, do not drink alcohol. You're just gonna make it worse. Like, don't, stay away from it. It's not helping you in any way. It may help you temporarily for the few hours or the hour that you're drunk until you get too drunk, but it's not helping you. So stay away from that. And no, I'm not a mental health expert. I'm not a depression expert or anything like that. So I can't tell you anything for fact, but that's just my kind of take on it. I don't think adding fuel to the fire is a good thing. Probably shouldn't do that. So that's just my take on it. I'm gonna throw a putter. They're like 200 feet away. Up there. Turn. I was gonna leave it alone, but it'll work. But we got some work cut out for us. Let's see if I can get my zone up there. So yeah, if you're depressed, alcohol is probably not a good thing. It's probably gonna make it worse. So quit trying to lean on alcohol to make you feel better, to help your depression, because it's probably not gonna help you out. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert, but yeah. And honestly, like, another reason you should cut it out is just to help you become a better person. If you're having to alter your mind to function, if you're having to, alter your state of mind to be around certain people, then maybe those are people that you don't necessarily need to be around. You ever thought of it that way? If you have to get drunk to be around certain people, to feel comfortable around certain people, then that's probably not people you really need to be around, for being honest. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, you shouldn't have to do that to fit in. You shouldn't have to do that to make you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable around people when you're sober, when you're 100% yourself, then you probably shouldn't be around those people at all. Does that make sense? Like, why do you want to have to alter your state of mind to feel comfortable around people or to hang out with people? Like, you not see the problem there? Like, it's not good. You should be able to be yourself around the people you're hanging out with, around the people you care about. You should be able to be yourself. You shouldn't have to put on a facade. You shouldn't have to act like somebody else. All right, we got about a 40-footer here. See if we can save the par. 40-footer. Oh, right beside. Another reason you should cut out alcohol is because you're going to feel better. You're not going to be hungover. You're going to feel much better. Your body's going to recover better. You're not poisoning your body. Like I said, alcohol is poison. I don't care what you say. It's a drug. It's just a legal drug. It's just like caffeine. Caffeine is a drug, but it's legal. But I wouldn't say caffeine's definitely not as bad as alcohol. It can be a problem for some people. I like to drink caffeine. I really do. And I do know it's probably a problem for me sometimes. Like, I lean on caffeine a lot. And I know I probably shouldn't do that, but I do it anyways. And I'm working on that. I do, like, every now and then I'll do a caffeine detox where I limit my caffeine intake by a lot. Just kind of reset my caffeine, because you'll build up a tolerance to caffeine just like you will everything else. And I definitely have done that. Like, I take pre-workout a lot to work out. And I like to drink coffee. So I will build up a tolerance. So I do like to do caffeine detox every now and then. Just kind of reset my caffeine levels. And I think that's good for people to do. Because once you get dependent on it, you have to drink more and more and more. And that's not a good thing. So try to limit your caffeine intake as well. That's just another kind of vice people have. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel on alcohol and my sobriety journey. Life's been pretty good. Like, honestly, I don't. Every now and then I do miss drinking. I really do. Every now and then. Like I miss going out and having a good time with people. I miss, kind of that work, like not having to worry kind of feel like, when you get a little buzz on, you don't really care about anything. You're just kind of there. So it is nice sometimes, and I do miss that. Like I do, but I don't miss it. Like I sometimes I miss, hanging out with people, getting a good little buzz on and having a good time. Yeah, that's fun. But when I really think about it, like I'd rather have this life than that life I would live. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather do this now, what I'm doing, than do that, what I was doing. So I'm not gonna go back. Yeah, every now and then I miss it, and I was young and I was having a good time. So like I have good times associated with drinking alcohol. So that part I do miss, but then like I don't see my like I don't necessarily want to go back. I don't miss it that much. Like I like what I do now more than I liked what I did then. So I like the way I feel. I like the person I am. Like I'm becoming better now than I did when I was drinking. So yeah, it's got positives, it's got negatives, but the positives way outweigh the negatives. Way, it's not even close. Way outweighs. So let's throw this hole real quick. Go out to the right, fast. It's hard. You got a bush right here and a bush right there. So you gotta hit the gap perfect, but you also want to throw it out that way, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, throw it. Oh, and it's downhill, so you don't want to throw it too high, or you're gonna miss it. Oh no, I skipped way past the basket, but I still got it. I'm gonna leave my cart up here. I gotta come all the way back up to the top of this hill, and it's way up here. So I'm gonna leave it up here. We're gonna go down and tap out. All right, we're almost done. G, hang in there. We're on the down stretch. Luckily, it's the sun's going down a little bit now, to where I'm in the shade. But yeah, my life's, I would say, is better now than it was then, and probably not gonna go back. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of going with the flow. I don't really have a plan, but I do have big goals for myself. I have dreams, aspirations, things like that I want to do, and I don't see alcohol helping me to achieve those things. Like I don't see it being a positive benefit to help me achieve those things. So therefore, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna utilize it. Because if it ain't helping me, if it ain't pushing me forward, if it's not providing for me, if it's not serving me, then I'm just gonna cut it out. And that goes with everything. That's not just alcohol. I'm gonna cut it out. And I think you should too. So that's a great reason why I think you should, start getting on your, start decreasing the amount of alcohol you consume, start getting, sober and things like that. Because I think it can help you in other areas of your life. I really do. So I'm going to try to make this putt while I'm holding the camera. Let's see. See the putt there? I'm about 30 feet away. See what I can do. Camera in hand. POV action right here. Get up. Cash. Cash. Birdie. Missed the second one, but I'm counting the first one. Let's do it. That was a good putt. Camera in hand. Took a birdie on that one. I have no clue what I'm shooting now because I didn't report my score. I know I've taken 2 bogeys, but I've definitely taken more than 2 birdies. So I'm definitely shooting under. Probably under like 1 or 2. This is a pretty beginner friendly course, so 1 or 2 down is not a great score. Like most people will probably shoot more than that down, but it's good for me, so I'll take it. And I'm not done yet. I still have several holes left. That could change drastically. Especially there's one wooded hole coming up that's pretty tough. It's like a straight and narrow shot. So one thing that I want to point out that may be a concern to you if you do stop drinking alcohol, and that is your concern of like losing certain people in your life. And that is a concern. It's a valid concern. And I get that 100%. But you probably are, like, I will say, like, you're probably going to lose some people in your life. And you got to understand that. And that's okay. Like, if they're not serving you anymore, if they're not providing good for you anymore, then it's not necessarily a bad thing if somebody's not in your life anymore. It's not that you want to cut them out, or you choose to cut them out. It just kind of happens that way. And most of the time it's for the better. But if you're concerned about losing certain people in your life, put it this way to you. If you tell them that you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to work on yourself, trying to get better, and part of that is quitting alcohol, and if you tell them that, and they actually, if they love you, if they care for you, if they support you, if they're there for you, then they will 100%, or they should, support you and your goal, period. No matter what that goal is. Well, unless it's going to harm you, obviously. But especially if it's going to make you a better person, then they should support you 100% when it comes to, any kind of goal, cutting out alcohol. So, with that being said, if you tell somebody that and they don't support you, or they get mad at you, or they don't want to be your friend, or whatever, then that's probably a good thing. Like, that person probably shouldn't be in your life anyways. If they can't support you, if they can't be there for you to, to help you, to hold you accountable, things like that, if they don't respect your decision to cut out alcohol, then that person probably shouldn't be in your life anyways. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're your friend. I don't care if they're your family. I don't care if they're a coworker. Anybody, period. If they're your spouse, if they can't support your decision to cut out something in your life, especially if it's alcohol, if they can't support that, then you don't need that person in your life, period. Point blank, period. They don't need to be in your life. You don't need that person. You should probably get rid of them anyways. Like, you shouldn't try to maintain that relationship if they're not supporting you in what you want to do. If it's a good thing for you. Now, if it's a bad thing for you, like if you tell them you want to do drugs and they say no, then that's a good friend. You need to keep them. But if it's something good for you and they don't support it, then you don't need that person. So that's okay. Let them ride. Like, if they're not gonna support you, oh well. You don't need that person anyways. You have other people in your life that will support you, and if you don't yet, you will find them on the way. You will find them on your journey. You just haven't found them yet. So hang in there. All right, we got a bomb way down. This is like 500. So let's get down there for it. So yeah, if you tell somebody your goal that you want to improve, do it better, and they don't support you, then that's good. That shows you what kind of person they are, and that shows you that you don't need them in your life. So that's an easy one to let go right there. So yeah, surround yourself with people that lift you up, that support you, that love you, that will hold you accountable. Surround yourself with those people. And if you don't have those people yet, try to find those people. Like, try to put yourself in places where people support you. So like, if you want to get healthy, go to the gym. Try to make some friends at the gym. If you want to start running, join a run club. Try to find people that are running. If they have a run club, join it. You'll make friends, I promise. Because you got to put yourself out there. You got to take a step, put yourself out there. And it may be uncomfortable, but that's what you got to do to improve. Like, when it comes to change and improving and getting better, it's going to come with a bunch of uncomfortableness. Like, I don't even know if that's a word. You're going to be uncomfortable, but you just got to know that going into it. And it's okay. Like, when you feel uncomfortable, that's probably a good thing. It probably means you're growing. You're going to come out on top. Like, you're getting better. You're improving. And that's okay. Like, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's actually probably a good thing to be uncomfortable. So get those people out of your life that's not supporting you. You don't need them. You don't need them anyways. Try to surround yourself with people that will support you no matter what. Oh, get straight. And a lot of times, like, what you'll realize is when you start making a change, when you make that decision, you start, working on yourself, becoming better, you will start to have an impact on the other people around you. Like, you will start to inspire them. Yeah, they may joke at you at first, make fun of you, crack jokes and things at first, and that's part of it. But you may start having an impact on them, and a lot of times it will. Like, if you're trying to lose weight and you start meal prepping and you bring your meal preps to work, yeah, your coworkers are probably gonna crack some jokes at you at first. They're like, "Oh man, what you doing? You trying to get in shape? You trying to lose some weight?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's actually exactly what I'm doing." At first, they're gonna cut up, crack some jokes, but as you keep doing it week after week and you be consistent, guess what? You're gonna find one of your friends, one of your coworkers, they gonna start meal prepping their food. They gonna start bringing their lunches, and then guess what? The next person, they gonna start bringing their lunches, and then guess what? You done started a trend. Now you got people. Now you're inspiring people. You're motivating people. You got people on your side. Now you're all in it together. So you can change it. You can change your friends. You can change your surroundings, and it takes one person to step out. You have an influence on the people you surround yourself with, whether you believe it or not. And a lot of times you'll see this. Like, this will happen. Like, a lot of times your friends will start to change with you, and that's a good thing. You should want them to change, or they should want to change with you. Um, that's kind of a side effect of being true to who you are. But that's a good thing. Try to encourage your friends, like, especially the ones that you hang out with. If they're drinking and stuff, try to get them to say, hey, let's not go to the bar tonight. Let's hang out at so and so's house, or let's hang out at my house. We can watch a football game at the house. Try to do something different. Or instead of going out, say, hey, we're gonna cook out at the house tonight. We're gonna eat something a little bit healthier than going out to the restaurant and eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start being that change. You start being that positive influence. Made the change. I missed. Oh, that was it. Yeah, but you can be that person just to say no. Stand up, say no, I'm not doing that anymore. You can be that person to help your friend group out. And it probably gonna take them a while to get on board. Probably will. They're definitely gonna resist it at first. But as long as you stay consistent and you keep doing what you got to do, they're gonna see that. They're gonna see how you start changing. They're gonna see you start losing weight. They're gonna see you have a better attitude, be more positive. They're gonna start seeing these changes in you, and that's gonna have an effect on them. They just don't realize it yet, and you may not even realize it yet. But they're gonna see you and what you're doing and how you're getting benefits from it and improving, and they're gonna want to do the same. So they're gonna start following suit. They're gonna start asking, "Hey, how do you meal prep? Hey, man, how are you working out? What are you doing for your workouts? When are you going to the gym? Can I come to the gym with you?" Or you invite them to the gym. You could be that that person to invite them to the gym to get them going. So that's the good thing about working on yourself is you have an influence on other people. You inspire other people, whether you believe it or not. So that's a good thing. That's a positive thing about it. Same goes with drinking alcohol. If you stop drinking alcohol, your friends start to notice, and it may inspire one of them to start wanting to, drink a little less or quit altogether. So somebody in your group, you gotta take a stand. They gotta step up, take the first step, and then y'all can go from there, and y'all can all get better together. And that's when you really see a change. That's when you really see an impact, is when y'all start growing together. And that's what's cool. Like, you don't have to lose your friends because you quit drinking. You don't have to lose your friends because you're starting to eat healthy. You don't have to do that. They can change with you. And that's what's the cool thing about it. Y'all can change together, grow together. But somebody's got to step up and take that first step. Somebody's got to step out and be different and encourage those others to want to improve, to want to do that. Somebody's got to be it. So why not it be you? What's up, bros? Hey, ooh, he always in the way on the tee. Oh, brother. Oh yeah. This is the hole I was talking about. That's really hard. Super straight fairway. I'll actually play that one really good. I'm gonna throw one for. So yeah, you be that change in your friend group, and it could be positive thing. And that way you don't lose your friends. You still have your friends, and y'all growing together, and that'll just improve y'all's bond even more. Y'all just become better friends then, and that's a win-win for everybody. So make the change today. Be the leader. Step out, because I know you want to. I know you've been thinking about it. I know you've been wanting to, get better, improve, lose weight, build muscle, get in shape, run a marathon, whatever it may be. I know you've been thinking about it. So just do it. Nobody's stopping you but you from doing things you want to do, period. So stop letting other people dictate that and determine that. All right, we got like a 50-foot putt here. Probably not going to make it, but should be an easy. Nope, short. All right, hole 17. Got to tap out. I don't know what else I have to talk to y'all about sobriety. I'm trying to think of what else I missed. It's an overall good thing, in my opinion. Yeah, you're going to lose some things. Things are going to change, but that's okay. It's all for the better. So I think you should at least give it a try. And you don't have to do it forever. Like, you don't have to be sober forever. Give it like a sprint, like 1 month. You say, I'm not going to drink for 1 month. And see what happens to you in that 1 month. See how your things change. And if nothing changes, then go back to doing what you were doing, or do it for 6 months or a year or whatever. It's not going to hurt you. I can promise you that. Like, quitting alcohol is not going to hurt you. Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. That's one thing I can promise you, is that if you quit alcohol, it's not going to harm you in any way. You're not going to die. You're not going to, have a heart attack if you quit drinking alcohol. You feel me? So I can't promise you that. So you might as well just try it. See what happens. Get up. I got so lucky. You went in, barely went over the cave. Hey, I got another birdie. I'm actually shooting pretty decent this round. Probably like down 3, down 4 maybe. All right, we're on hole 18 now. Gonna wrap up the video here. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. So what I want to leave y'all with is just we got dogs everywhere, people everywhere. I love to see it though. Love seeing people outside, being active, walking, get some exercise in, get some sunlight in, because we don't get enough of it nowadays. A lot of people are vitamin D deficient. A lot of people don't exercise, they don't move, don't get fresh air. So I encourage. I'm not mad about it at all. I'll wait patiently on this team until they all have. That's what we're gonna do. So there's like a little water right here, and I didn't make it across. I hit the tree. All right. I wanted to go ahead and throw before they got back in the fairway. So we'll finish up the video, walking to the next tee. Yeah, I got a few takeaways I want to leave with y'all. My camera's about to die too, so we're gonna do it quick. Well, yeah, my takeaways are: quitting alcohol is gonna be a positive thing. It's not gonna be a negative. Yeah, it's gonna come with some change. Probably gonna lose some friends, but it's gonna be for the better. You'll find some other people to hang around with. It'll be good in the long run. It's gonna give you more time. It's gonna save you money. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna help you achieve your goals better. It's not serving you in any way. It's it can make you a better person. You can have a better attitude. You can feel better mentally and physically. It's gonna have a net benefit. It's gonna be a net positive. It's not gonna be a negative. So you might as well give it a shot. Just try it. Or if you don't want to give it up altogether, that's cool too. But just try to reduce it. Instead of getting drunk every weekend or every day, do it every other day. Or instead of drinking every day, do it every other day, or only do it on the weekends, or do it every other weekend, or once a month. Try to just reduce it. And this will help too. This will go a long ways in your, kind of helping you out with things. And don't have the mentality that I did of all or nothing. Like, if you want to have the casual beer, allow yourself to have that casual beer, and don't allow yourself to indulge and overdo it. Because that's what I did. I would overdo it, and I would be hungover. And I didn't like it. But I could, honestly, that was a good thing though, because it led to me quitting drinking altogether. So I would say maybe do let yourself binge drink. Maybe it will make you want to quit. I don't know. I'm not encouraging anybody to drink, not binge drink. I'm not encouraging that, but it is what led me to stop. So I guess it was a net positive for me. Skip. Oh, I left myself alone, but that ain't good. That was much better. Oh, I'll park that one, of course. Oh, now the dogs are playing. Again, I don't know if y'all can see them. Oh, they went behind the hill. Never mind. So yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. It's gonna be a positive thing. Some things are definitely gonna change. When you're gonna look back in a year from now and be like, oh wow, he was right. Kind of changed me, changed the person. And honestly, what I really want you to take out of this video is not necessarily that you should be sober or that alcohol is bad. That's not what I want you to take out of this video. I know this video is about sobriety and about alcohol, but what I really want you to take is get your life right with God, build a relationship with Jesus, and He will start to change you one little thing at a time. Like He made me want to quit, saying cuss words. I quit cussing. I don't say any cuss words anymore. He made me want to quit drinking. He made me want to improve my marriage. He made me want to quit going to places I shouldn't go to. Like He did all that a little bit at a time. Like that wasn't really my choice. Like I had no intentions of doing all those things. They were kind of just like a side effect of getting my life right with God. It was just a side effect. Like I didn't want to do all those things when I first started going back to church. It just kind of happened that way. And that's just how He kind of shifts you, He molds you, changes your mind and things like that. So now I don't really have that desire to do those things because he kind of took those desires away from me. So He kind of fixed me. So that's what I want to take out of this. Start going back to church. Like start getting your life right with God. If if you're kind of intimidated by church, start praying. Pray to yourself. Things like that. Like just make these little changes. So that goes a long way. The grove's gonna lay out the grass. We're on hole 18, bud. We're going home. First we spit out. Got a boat. Pretty far back to my truck, so we'll do a little walk and talk. Finish off the video. Boom, boom, boom. I know Grover's gonna be happy. He gets to give out. Check this dude out. Look at him. That boy is pooped. That's my buddy. Look at it. Oh, ain't he majestic? Oh, that's a good boy, ain't he? Tell you two what up, G. He ain't having. He said, "I'm ready to go, Dad. Let's go." All right. My battery's on 2%, so I gotta wrap it up. Yeah, just give it a shot and see how things change. I hope something about my story inspired you a little bit, that you can take something away from it and apply it to your life. Maybe you can start working on yourself, whether that be getting in shape working out, quitting alcohol, quitting whatever vice you have, maybe smoking, nicotine, maybe caffeine, maybe weed, whatever it is. Start getting better. Watch how the people around you start changing. They start getting better. And then the whole team is getting better and improving. And you got to be that person to step out and make the change. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Y'all be sure to watch one of these other 2 videos on the screen right here. And y'all have a great day. Peace, love, protein. We out.